Micro Texas rig with a Mule Minnow 3.2. Let's see if this works. This pond has quite a few sticks and vegetation and whatnot, so I figure the Micro Texas rig will be able to come through all that gunk easily. Oh, pulled it away from him. Let's just check my drag. I feel like we need to tighten that a little bit. That should be about right. There we go. It's nothing special, but got one on the Micro Texas rig. Got our day started. Look at there. He's a healthy little fish, and he ate that thing good, so clearly he wanted it. Hello and welcome back. Today we are doing some bank fishing from this pond. I actually wasn't planning on fishing today, but I found myself with a little bit of extra time, so I decided this would be a perfect excuse to keep fishing with the Micro Texas rig. If you watched my recent video with the Micro Texas rig, you know that I enjoyed this rig quite a lot, and I wanted to continue to experiment with it. So here we are, we're gonna do exactly that. Don't necessarily know what to expect, but I do fish this pond at least once or twice a year, and I usually catch a lot of smaller bass, which is perfect for this little rig right here. So without further ado, let's get back to fishing. I cast this up in that tree and I started swimming it through, and this bass came and annihilated it. I tell you what, with this Micro Texas rig, it gives me the courage to be able to throw it straight into like a brush pile, and I'm glad I did, because this fish came right out of it and smashed it. I don't necessarily expect any big bass in this pond, but I'll take fish like this all day long, especially on low ultralight. Good times, my friends. All right. There's another one. I just kind of zinged it out there. This fish ate it like immediately when it hit the water. Look at that. It's a skinny little guy, isn't it? All right. Just a skinny little guy, but I'll take it. This is another fish where I cast it up in front of a tree, I swam it over the top, and then I just dropped it right in front. And I pinned him with that Texas rig, my friends. Just absolutely pinned him. There he is. Man, he's feisty. Just a little guy, but boy is he feisty. A lot of fish the same size in here. This one kind of got it on the outside of the mouth, actually. Fortunately, I didn't get him in the eye. Hooked him in the top of the head, though. All right, see ya, buddy. Yeah, there's a lot of fish that are kind of just juvenile in here, and that's why I like to fish this place with an ultralight. And I usually only fish it maybe 2 times a year. I don't come to this side of town very often, and quite honestly, I just don't really feel the need to come back here super often. 1 or 2 trips is enough. It's just kind of a small, clear pond with quite a few largemouth bass and a decent amount of bluegill and pumpkin seed, but most of them are pretty darn small. I have caught some decent crappie in here in the past, though, so who knows, maybe we'll stumble on a crappie. Oh man, I was reeling this thing up. This one came and torched it right by the bank. Actually might be my best bass of the day. Not saying a whole lot, but this one's nice and fat. He's not super long, but he's got a really nice belly. And there you go. Barely had him hooked, actually. I'll tell you what, the Micro Texas rig is certainly growing on me. I haven't really caught any giants on it yet, but I trust that that day will come. The conditions just have to be right for it. And also I need to fish a body of water that has a little bit bigger fish in it. I'm sure there's some big bass in here, but I think for every 1 big bass, there's about 150 tiny bass, and that's okay. every now and again it's okay to just accept the fact that there's small fish in a body of water and just go fish it anyways. I think some people really like to go focus on big fish only, but for me, I don't know, sometimes I just want to catch fish. Oh. I apologize, I'm a little slow today. I was actually sick yesterday, and fortunately I woke up feeling quite a bit better, but my head still kind of hurts, and so I feel like I'm not all there in the head right now. So I apologize for the fact that this video might be a little bit all over the place. I'm just a little scatterbrained, and I'm gonna do my best with it, but that's just the nature of the beast. There we go. There's a bass. Hey, that might be my best one yet. There we go. There we go. We're trading up a little bit. Oh, he shook it. How did he shake it? Dadgummit. Well, that was kind of annoying. I mean, he wasn't a giant by any means, but it was definitely my best fish of the day. Little like 13, 14 incher, and he was chunky. Feels good to just get some fresh air though. Yesterday, like I said, I was just kind of down and out, so I was pretty much sitting inside all day, and I got very little fresh air. And for me, when I get sick, one of my favorite things to do is just get fresh air. But yesterday I was just so tired, and so I just kind of slept all day. I was such a bum. Feels really good to just get some fresh air. Good fishing or bad, it doesn't matter. Ultimately, I am breathing in fresh air, and that feels good. There we go. All right, let's try to keep pressure on this one. This one actually, oh, he's about the same as all the other ones. Man, they're fighting pretty hard though today. Tell you what, and they're feisty. They're just feisty little guys. Look at this little guy. Man, look at that. I hooked that one pretty good. Look at that. Right up in the top of the lip right there. Nice hard part of the mouth. Yeah, he shouldn't have come off. Of course, I can land this one, but his big brother, no thanks. Can't land that one. All right, see ya, bud. Man, there's a bunch right here. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Here comes a jump. Hey, that one's not too shabby. Look at there. Look at there. Ooh, it's a nice little chunker. Look at that. You telling me that you wouldn't take that on ultralight gear? It's a nice little bass. Oh gosh. That's a good way to snap some line. Careful there, bub. All right. Hey, 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 chill out, bud. Look at that. I'm hooking them good, man. Hooking them good. Again, not gonna write home about this fish, but beauty, a beauty. 6-pound J-braid, 4-pound Yozuri hybrid leader. Dobbin Sierra trout and panfish, 6'2", ultralight, fast action. Shimano Nasi, this is the gear I'm working with, man. This is a size 4 Gamakatsu hook, extra wide gap, 1/16 ounce bullet weight. It's basically just bass gear except micro. As far as my retrieve goes today, you know, there's been a few times where I've caught fish by just casting out there and kind of letting it sit and then hopping it off the bottom. But a lot of my fish have actually come on a little bit faster retrieve. So I've been kind of swimming it and then dropping it next to cover. And that's been what a lot of fish have reacted to. So, you know, if there's a tree in the water, for example, I'll cast it way up past it and I'll swim it over the top, and then I'll just drop it next to the tree trunk, and then the fish will react to that. Now the fish on this bank have been a little bit more of just kind of like a dead stick and a drift, just kind of casting it out there and drifting it back, and they've been eating it that way. So I wouldn't say that there's necessarily one retrieve that's catching these fish, but it has been interesting to see how the swimming retrieve actually works quite well. Another one. Oh yeah. Oh gosh. There we go. Man, we're catching a lot of fish. Ended my dry streak there. I hadn't caught a fish in a little while. Here you go, buddy. There you go. He was right next to a tree. Swam it over the top, dropped it, bam. Just like a lot of the fish today. Oof, I tell you what, all of a sudden it got sunny and hot and my feet are cooking. I didn't put any sunscreen on my feet, so I'm pretty darn confident I'm gonna have a sunburn. All in all though, the Micro Texas rig, my friends, you saw it in a recent video, you saw it in this video. I like this rig. I feel like this rig is definitely one that I'm going to continue to experiment with in the future. I like the fact that I can cast it a long way, I can pull it through brush piles without having to worry about it snagging. And you know, obviously it's probably gonna be mostly like a juvenile bass rig for me. It's not gonna be something that I'm gonna do a ton of multi-species with. I think it kind of lends itself to bass. And if I'm gonna be fishing on the ultralight, I'm really not gonna be going for 5 and 6 pounders. I'm just gonna embrace the bite and catch fish in ponds like this. And you know, if it's a lot of 10 to 12 inches like it was today, that is totally okay. All in all, I'll take anything I can get, and it was a good time. Ultralight, they always fight harder. Don't ever forget that. Okay, I'm gonna stop rambling. Thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you next time. There we go. Little bonus fish. Made another cast as I was walking to my car, and this guy came and hammered it. Look at that. Oh my gosh, he choked it. He straight up choked it. Oh my gosh. They're all the same size, but again, that's why you fish them on ultralight. There's a lot of bodies of water like this one that have primarily smaller fish. If I was fishing these fish with a bass gear, it wouldn't be near as fun. See ya, bud.